The next speaker is a speaker from an organisation that hopes to unite those of us who are still in employment, those of us who are still fighting for our pensions, with those who are fighting against the unemployment that this government has been in part responsible for reintroducing as a scourge in this country. I want you to meet Michael Bradley from the Vote for the Right to Work.
At the end of last year, people might have seen the pictures from the Cowley Mini factory in Oxford. There were 850 people at that factory, and they were told with a few minutes' notice that they had lost their jobs. They were told that there was nothing they could do, and they were told to get out of the door. And there was management telling them that, but the sad thing as well at the time was the union said the same. But things have changed over the last couple of months, when the Visteon workers refused to do the same thing when they occupied their factories, 600 of them, in Basildon, in Belfast and in Enfield. They said that they would not be treated like rubbish and that there was a way to fight back, there was a way to win. When workers at Lindsay and construction sites across the country walked out this summer rather than allow 500 people to lose their jobs, they were showing that there was a way to hit back. And when the Vestas workers on the Isle of Wight refused to be treated the same and occupied their factory, they were giving a message to every worker, to everybody who is threatened with the dole. If you hit back, if you strike, if you occupy, you can win. And we have to spread that message, and we have to spread it fast. At Tower Hamlets College, there were 250 lecturers who were standing there to defend not just their jobs, but the jobs of some of the poorest people, the education of some of the poorest people in this country, in that borough. What they were saying when they went on an all-out strike is they were showing a method to people, not a one-day strike, not just a protest, not just letters to MPs, but if their side are going to hit us that hard, we have to decide that we are going to hit back just the same. And that has to be the message that comes out from today's demonstration, because the people at that conference are planning not just their attempt to get re-elected, but they are planning how to cut 10% off of public services. That means teachers' jobs, nurses' jobs, doctors' jobs, hospitals and schools will be closed. Anybody who tells us that the recession is over, the recession is over for who? Is the recession over for the Vauxhall workers who have been told that they're about to lose their jobs as well? And the recession over for nearly 1 million young people in this country who are on the dole? Is the recession over for university students who are now being told they'll have to pay the privilege of £5,000 a year to go to university rather than the £1,000 they already pay? The recession is over for the rich. The recession is over for the bankers, because Gordon Brown gave £1 trillion that could have been spent on hospitals and schools to the banks instead. These people are not going to thank us. What will they do? They'll take the money, they'll take the bonuses, they'll take the pensions at the same time as they attempt to slaughter the pensions and jobs of public sector workers. In the Right to Work campaign, what we're trying to do is something very simple. We're trying to bring together the unemployed, we're trying to bring together workers, we're trying to bring together students, people together in unity to fight back, because whoever wins that election, whether they are Labour, so-called Labour, or Tory, they will attempt to lay into the welfare state in a way that nobody has done since Margaret Thatcher. And there's one answer to that. That is to fight. That is to use the methods that Visteon used, that Vestas used, that the Tower Hamlets strikers used. That means we have to talk about breaking the anti-trade union laws. It means we have to make sure that the laws are made for the rich, that we break them. And just the last thing I want to say really is that we really have got to get the message. Today is brilliant, it's been a brilliant demonstration, but we have to go back now into every town and every city. And when someone fights, when they go on strike, when they occupy, when they protest, we have to make sure whether you're unemployed, employed, whether you're a student, you flood those struggles with solidarity, because they will hit us and we have to hit back hard. And that's what the demonstration's about today. That's what the occupations of Visteon and Vestas are about. Our side can win, but it means we need to rip up the bloody anti-union laws and learn to fight back in the ways that get results.